This guy, he's been talking on this loudspeaker like non-stop the whole time we've been here. What's up guys, welcome back to another video, and we are here in Chiang Rai today. Normally we've been showing you temples all throughout Southeast Asia, and they're all pretty much like the same traditional style. But today we are taking you to 3 temples which are very unique and modern, much different than what we've shown you in the past.
As you can see behind me, I'm sure you know a lot of people call this the White Temple of Chiang Rai. It is called Wat Rong Khun, and it was like an old temple that was very dilapidated and no one really had money to fix it up, so they were just gonna let it sit here. However, a local nationally renowned artisan purchased the temple in 1997, did all of this amazing artwork, and opened it to the public as kind of like a tourist attraction. It's not considered like a religious temple per se, more of like a modern display of art. However, people do still worship inside the temple. So although the first big white temple is the main attraction that people come to see, there are actually 9 temples on the grounds, and the artist isn't finished yet. So here's one that's not completed, and it's off limits to tourists, so you can't walk. Gates, so you can't go in. It's details like this that make this temple non-traditional. You would never see a skull on a regular traditional Buddhist temple.
This artwork is so amazing, it's so ornate, and the reason why it's so bright and shiny and glistens in the sun is because the artist made everything using porcelain and mirrors. So like the sun hits it and it just sparkles throughout the sky. It's amazing. But like if you look here, all of this is porcelain and mirrors. The grounds here is huge.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
There's so many different places that you can walk to in different temples, although some of them are closed right now, so you can't really walk through everywhere. There's like a really beautiful bridge over the water, and it's really cool. Inside of the water, like these little pond areas, they have these huge koi fish, like huge. They look like something out of like a monster movie. They're so big. There's a huge bell here. And they have like this big like waterfall rock area. So they have this really long path right here, and on top of the roof of this, they have these tin, I guess they kind of resemble like the wishing tree ribbons, I guess. Yeah. And there are, I don't even...
Millions, probably.
It's crazy the amount of them, like, it's unbelievable. So look at this. So here's the path, and then right on top here, this is the roof of it. And there's just hundreds of thousands of these, and they're each one of these is an individual one. And if you look here on the side, you can see they're individual like tin plates. That is nuts.
Really, how long that must have took. So if you guys have been watching for a while, you know every time we come across one of these wishing tree ornament things, we have to do it. We need all the good luck we can get. Thank you. Yay! I don't really know the full protocol for this, but I think you write like maybe a good sentiment and your name. Look at this rebel right here.
He's going against the grain, man.
Everybody puts him on the hooks and he ties it to the steel rod. I'm gonna abide by the rules.
There they are. So now we have walked away from the White Temple, and there's this huge gold temple over here, which we saw driving in. I don't know if it's like this guy, he's been talking on this loudspeaker like non-stop the whole time we've been here. But anyway, look at behind us here. This is the gold temple. It's really massive and beautiful. It has sort of the same details as the White Temple, and it reflects into the light. It's really beautiful. So we just walked all the way around the back and we just came back out to the front. There's so many people here right now.
Like thousands.
You need to get here early as hell, otherwise you're just gonna be waiting in lines of crowds. There's lines of people over here, there's all people lined up here, and then look at this. There is just a sea of people. This is a long line just to get up onto the bridge to go over. Okay, so we are here at the second temple, the Blue Temple. And this temple is relatively new. I think it was constructed in around 2008 by the artist who was actually a student of the artist of the White Temple, which is really cool.
Yeah, so you'll see a lot of like similar design styles in the Blue Temple, but the formal name for the Blue Temple is Wat Rong Khun, and that's named after the village that's surrounding this area right here. Suaten in Thai means dancing tiger, which is really interesting, and I did some research and they named the temple after that because back in the old days of the village there used to be tiger sightings, like jumping from river to river. So a lot of the artwork in this Blue Temple is a tribute to a tiger, which you'll see right in the front gate here.
Yeah, they have two huge statues here right as you walk in, and they have tigers right in the front of them. It's really cool. So let's go in and check this out. So at the White Temple, you're allowed to go inside the temple, but you can't do any photography or video. In this temple, you are allowed to go inside.
And film.
And film and take photos. So that should be really cool to show you guys. And they have these two huge dragon statues right here in the front. Here we go. Holy cow. Whoa, this is crazy. Look at the Buddha is all like lit up in blue. Wow. Yeah, this is like more impressive inside than it is on the outside, and that says a lot. Look at the artwork on the ceilings and the walls.
Now I know this is a modern temple, but the inside of the Blue Temple is by far the most impressive artwork I have ever seen in any temple. This is like surreal. It feels like a huge work of art in here. Wow.
This is crazy. Okay, we are finished here at the Blue Temple and we are making our way to another spot which should be really cool, something very different than both of these. But pro tip, if you come to the Blue Temple, right behind me, right here, there's like this little tower. You can climb up like 3 flights of steps and there's a balcony up top and you can get an epic view of the temple and the grounds, so you can get like really good photos. So we've made it to our final destination for the day, and this is called the Black House. Some people call it the Black Temple, but it's really called the Black House.
Yeah, it's not a temple. In fact, it's a museum that houses artwork of a nationally renowned artist. similar to the other two temples, there must be a lot of talented artists in the northern provinces of Thailand, because these people are so talented. They say this is like the morbid or the deathly temple. Everything's dark and black, and I'm excited to see it.
When you first come in, you have to pay admission. It's 80 baht per person. And then when you walk through and you hand your tickets, right behind us here, you'll see there's a lot of like little tents set up, and it's local artists selling their merchandise and goods and artwork and things like that. So it's really cool. You can, you know, shop around and buy some things to take home with you. All right, we're going in right now. This place is huge.
Really
this
big.
thing is enormous. It has like an old barn look to it.
Really cool. And what's different about this, since it's not officially a temple, there's no dress code.
This place is huge. I was not expecting this at all. This is so different than any other thing we've seen in Thailand. And the place is huge. I can't even get over how big this is. The banisters, they go up so high.
And this isn't it. There's 40 buildings on the ground.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're not this big. This is the biggest one, but there's
Wow.
40 structures on this entire garden.
This is so cool. Look at this beautiful piece of artwork right
I want
here.
that in my house.
So nice. Here's another big mural, and this is actually the artist right here. So there's a snake that they skinned, and on top of this table they laid out the skin, and you can place coins on it and make your wishes and prayers. And somebody stuffed a bunch of money in the snake's mouth.
So although this isn't a temple, the artist does give tribute to the Thai architectural Buddhist temple styles, and you can see that all over the buildings. They really do look like temples.
It's really cool because you're kind of like in this little jungle forest area, walking through, taking a look at these little houses or temples, whatever they are. Look at the details in the wood carvings. This is all done by hand. Wow.
This is the artist's take on a bathroom.
Yeah, this is a little weird. There's a bunch of wooden peepees on the wall.
No, it's the stuff. Oh yeah, those are dicks, huh?
Yes, those are dicks. This is really cool walking around the grounds. You're kind of walking through these little trails. It's very peaceful. There's lots of trees around. But the downside is you can't really go in any of these houses. You can only look into them and see all the art that's inside. They have glass windows covering everything. And that's a shame because it'd be cool to go in and see all that stuff.
Yeah.
So you're only allowed in the first one.
Maybe this is like a really stupid revelation, but the black house, all of these little houses are decorated like different rooms in a house. Like we saw a bathroom, that was a bedroom, this seems like a living room.
This is like kind of like a guest room maybe. It has their own little sink and 2 beds.
See, I'm on
Yeah, you might be onto something, babe. My little detective. Well, they have 3 of these things on the property. I don't know what it is. This is cool. Look at this. There's a bunch of bones over here. I don't know what this is from. What is this? It's huge. Would this be like an elephant maybe?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I think.
I think it is. Look at the size of like that femur bone. Look at this thing. It's massive. Wow. Okay, so we are finished for the day. We just finished walking around the grounds here at the Black House. Really cool. I gotta say, today was very different than what we normally show you guys and the things that we see in Thailand as far as temples are concerned.
Yeah, it was really like a modern interpretation of what like a traditional Thai temple would be, which was very cool to see that perspective. If you're coming to Chiang Rai, these are 3 amazing temples to come visit and kind of get something different if you saw the traditional temples in Bangkok or the ancient ruins in Ayutthaya. Speaking of both, we have videos on those temples.
Don't forget to watch those. We went to Bangkok a couple months back and we made some really cool videos showing you 3 best temples in Bangkok and went to the Ayutthaya ruins. I mean, amazing time. So if you haven't watched those, we'll leave those linked up here or up here. Does it come up here? Or every time, I never know. It's up here. I think it's up here. But that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button on your way out. And we'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.